Where are we? It's the bottom of the lake. This is a fun place to start. Where do I even go from here? Like, go to the memory crypts? Hello, welcome to the stream. I think there's a lot of things to do on this board. Going to Shaded is a goal. I think that's reasonable enough. And you know, I have a plan. It does involve going this way immediately. On Rain World, there's probably like 7 of them. Imagine if I put the flashbang on lock. Just grab that immediately. The music is too loud. Put that out of that rot. Big mistake. So it's kind of annoying to go through this area without the cell, but it's not a big deal. There should be a goal of flashbang creatures. Just like every creature in the room, when you throw it counts. That'd be kind of fun. I don't know if there's a way to set that up, but probably not. I gotta take this path down here. This guy's really close to the ground. That guy's just dead. Yeah, come down into this tunnel with me, Orange Lizard. You'll really enjoy it. I can't even shelter if I wanted to. Just kidding. Lily Pups. That's one region out of a lot. I can get lantern mice here. I think I'm just gonna try to sweep through the world and complete as many challenges as possible per region. So within Shaded, there's a karma flower I can pick up. There's a lantern mice to kill. I think that's kind of it for Shaded. I guess there's the merchant that I could trade with. But mostly I just want to head to Industrial, I think. Kind of funny eating these lily pucks. I feel like I rarely use these as actual food. Okay, get out of here, Cal. Here's the flower. And I guess if I want to trade with a merchant, I can just go this way. Someone has to study the code of the game and figure out what it is, what pickup priority even is. Like, why is it that sometimes it's so easy to pick up a spear, or sometimes you just grab the creature immediately? So I know there's a pearl. There's an overseer. I kind of want to kill the overseer. Not mean to throw that spear away, but... $16, I could probably finish that later. Ribbit. Sure. I could probably just like give him a spear. Any spears? Yeah, there's one. And these guys I gotta kill. Well, maybe later. Thank you. Why did the threat level go up? You know what would be so cool? Completely unrelated to anything that's going on, but if anyone is familiar with, I think it's close to the ending of Super Meat Boy. Or maybe it's just all, actually, I don't know. I'm not too familiar with the game, but I know that one of the boss fights involves casing another character that's very similar to your own. With like similar movement abilities, and so you're like chasing them. It's kind of like a speedrun challenge. So you're trying to go fast. I feel like that'd be so cool in Rain World. Like trying to chase another Slugcat, but like they know movement tech. Ghosts. Rain World time trial, race against a ghost. Hello. You're a scavenger. I just deflected that spear with the lantern. I was very lucky. I'll probably get points later. Damn, I'm sleeping. Huh, I don't know where that spitter went. Anything else that I need to do? Also shrub. A potentially interesting goal would be to like blind creatures with a flashbang. Because compared to a lot of other goals where you to like hit creatures with items, flashbangs have such a like wide radius. You could get like 10 creatures with one throw, right? Then the goal could be like blind like 30 creatures with a flashbang. I don't know how easy that'd be to track. There's probably some way to do it though. I think I'm going to Shoreline later. So just industrial, and there's nothing else to do here. So That was pretty clean. Who are you? You're a red lizard in training. Don't do that. Foolish, thinking I stabbed this lizard. Surely they won't hurt me. His training is going well. I didn't hype him up. Oh, the karma flower's gone too. That always makes me sad. Like spend this like a whole cycle, you get like 2 karma flowers, and you die at the end, and it's like, well, minus like permanent progress. But okay, I want to talk about this a little bit now that some people have showed up. Welcome to the stream, by the way. I'm in the process of making a region. Well, I don't know. It's hard to say that I'm ever making progress on anything, really. But the idea is it's movement focused, and it's based on rivulets of movements. Where the idea is that even if you don't have much knowledge of movement tech, you will learn the movement tech by doing the region. So it like introduces mechanics slowly over time. And so I'm trying to find some ways to like utilize and teach movement tech for rivulets. And there's some weird problems that I found, which one is that roll pounces are kind of pointless. Like, there's no reason to do a roll pounce. You could pretty much do... Oh, hello. Welcome to the stream. You can pretty much do everything that you can do with a roll pounce with some other movement tech. It's, like, completely replaceable. Because if you do a really short roll pounce, it's the same as a charge pounce. And if you like, roll for a while and then do the roll pounce, so it's like a higher trajectory, that's basically the same as a slide pounce. Except the slide pounce actually goes even further, and you can control the distance, so it's like just kind of better in every way. And you can do like rivulet is so movement tech is so easy as rivulet. You can basically you don't need much space at all to like do a slide or do a backflip right from any position. So if you have the space to do like a full length roll, then you also have the space to do a slide pounce. And I think it's still useful to know roll pounce. Obviously, it's very useful for like speedruns, because you might as well just do roll pounces all the time if you can. Go fast. Or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe as rivulet, it's just like not as worth it to. You guys compared to just slide pouncing constantly, because that's kind of the other thing that you learn as rivulet. Just like slide pounce whenever you can, because it's really good. I think I have Dragon Slayer. Yeah, I do. Oh, you know what, Ferret? I'm gonna send you something on Discord. That I want your opinion on. But I basically made a list of a bunch of movement tech for rivulets, and kind of in the order that I'm thinking of introducing the mechanics. So it's like roughly ranked by difficulty. I'm just like wondering what you think about the list and if anything should be moved around or added in. Actually, I don't know if I added in like doing a slide pounce into a wall pounce can be pretty useful sometimes. Like that. if that lined up, you know. Why am I going this way? I think just industrial. Like, obviously there's more to rivulet movements. There's underwater movement, there's grapple worm stuff. But like, I don't know. I feel like rivulets can't really do anything with the grapple worm that other characters can't. And swimming is actually just like really annoying. Except for planks, which are like inconsistent. I hate this gate. Because it's like, oh, I could skip this shelter and shelter in the next one. But if there's scavengers in the next room, they just kill you. Especially if you're like hunter or artificer. It would be cool if there's a Slowcat that was a dark blue. I have good news for you. It's a center wing. I did not expect that. Safe. Yeah, I don't know about items. Because I feel like when it comes to item movements, it's like you do wall pounces. Except Rivulet can already do wall pounces like easier than using items sometimes. There's E-slides, which are fast, but they aren't really that different than any other movement tech. Like, if you want a long slide, you could just do a bunch of slides. If you want a big jump, you could do a slide pounce. Maybe the E-slide pounce goes further. I think it does go further than just a slide pounce. And then there's like EI jumps, which I actually feel like are more difficult than most of the other movements that is on that list. Because if you don't know how to do an EI jump already, it's going to take a long time for you to figure out the inputs. And even if you know how to do an EI jump, it's really hard to consistently get like a max speed one. Which I feel like if it's not max speed, it's the same as a slide pounce, you know? I don't need this thing. Also, why am I going over here? I don't like the refraction cell. It's also like way too big, you know? Like if you do a backflip, you'll go off the screen. So I need to like, I feel like I want to keep most movement contained to a single screen if possible. Just makes everything easier to read. And you like do any movement tech with the refraction cell and you go flying, so. Region building. So I made like a proof of concept. I came up with an idea for a sort of key system, which is I hate this guy. The way he turned around instantly, that always bothers me. Anyway, I basically made a system where a shelter. You can have a shelter that's made up of two parts. What is happening here? Where it's like two rooms. So you have a room over here and a room over here, and they're disconnected. There's no way to get between them. But if you shelter in this room, if you fall asleep, you will wake up in this room. So it's basically a gates, but you need food. So early in the region, you can do like the movement challenges, and at the end of a challenge, you get a piece of food. And after completing like 5 challenges, you then have enough food to go through the shelter to get to the next area. That's basically the structure of the whole region. I'm stuck. I'm actually stuck behind this caramel. Okay. Yeah, I want to get that egg bug too, but they might just be lost forever. Yeah, there's more egg bugs somewhere else. And I don't like, okay, there's a mix of things that I want to do. Part of it is I want to make it like a tutorial, you know? Like someone who like hasn't played, who like maybe a little bit familiar with Riv, can play through the region and by the end of it, at least basic understanding of like all the things that Riv really can do. My goodness. But also, I kind of want to like push the difficulty as far as I possibly can. Maybe I will make it 2 separate things. I'll make like one. I should really just shelter. I killed a caramel lizard for Dragon Slayer, and if I just lock it in, I don't ever have to do it again. So, if you're familiar with Celeste, Celeste has this really nice system where the main story is not too difficult. I mean, the A-sides. Like, if you just want to beat all the A-sides, it's not that hard. But each of these levels has a bunch of strawberries, which are, like, kind of off to the side. And they don't really do anything. But if you want, you can go get the strawberries, and they're usually more challenging. So that... They basically... the strawberries let the... they let the developers add a lot more challenges and a lot more like interesting exploration of the movement system as in the form of like optional side content basically. That's what the B sides and the C sides are too. It's just like let's take a level and let's push the difficulty so that we can explore more of this what's possible with this movement system. But also Celeste has a lot more like stage unique obstacles. Like each level has a bunch of like things that you can interact with. So it's not just like you're not just using dashes and like because unless you like do the advanced stuff, there's not actually too much to the basic movements. You can like jump around and dash places. It's sort of the interactions with the environment that makes the game interesting at first. Obviously, you know, you can push the basic movement system quite far, but got a lot of things to do in industrial. Just want to look at this for a little bit. You make a strawberry pie at the end, and if you don't collect any strawberries, it's like really underwhelming. What do I do here? Oh, actually, I think I have to go to Outskirts now. Yeah, I think I want to go to Outskirts. Well, like, there's not really collectibles in Rain World. I thought about like I don't know, I could have some sort of collectible, but it just wouldn't be tracked in game unless I made a mod for it. And I really don't know how to mod things, so I'm just gonna stick to like level editing stuff and whatever's in the game already. Yeah, there's pearls, but you can't like collect a pearl. You just like touch it. Like, oh, I touched a pearl. I guess you could just keep track of yourself to say like, hey, I collected this many pearls. I'm following a tutorial on YouTube. You can probably just find it by searching like Rain World, like I don't know. Yeah, there you go. Rain World modding tutorials. That's what it's called. There's a whole playlist. It's very, very helpful. I've yet to actually integrate the region into the world. I'm thinking of like putting the gates close to the rivulet spawn, so you can just kind of get right to it. Or I could just like say like, hey, use dev tools, just like teleport to this region. But I don't know. I'd rather it be like, I'd rather it not require anything else. Okay, there's another problem that I've yet to solve. In Celeste, there's a lot of ludocrypts. Yes. There's a Vista. I messed that up. In Celeste, what is this movement? Celeste has a lot of obstacles, a lot of spikes, a lot of things that can kill you. But if you die, you respawn in the same room. And a lot of times, rooms will take, you know, a lot of attempts to get through because they're pretty difficult. But it's not really a big problem because you respawn so quickly, you don't really feel bad about dying over and over again because you still continue to improve. That's kind of a big part of Celeste being so like approachable. Like, even though it's a really difficult game, it's not that hard to just like put in a lot of attempts. Even if you are like not that familiar with platformers. But in Rain World, you know, if you die, it's like there's a whole animation. You have to shelter. I don't want to put a shelter in every single room just to let you respawn, and even then the respawn animation would take like 10 seconds on every attempt. So like for really difficult levels, that would be a huge pain. I'd really like to avoid that. Ooh, food. But also, if you don't have an obstacle that just like kills the player, it's kind of hard to limit the player's options a lot of the time, right? I need to kill black cicadas. And like that, a lot of time that's what like level design is for platformers. Oh my goodness. It's like, I want the player to do this thing to pass this level. That is the challenge that is being presented here. There's like gonna be no cicadas at all. Yep, no cicadas for me. I love this game when it does that. I could go to Farmers. There is the Farmers Echo. Where's the arena unlock in Farmers? So like, I think in best case scenario, there would be like a obstacle, even if it was like a portal. If you touch the portal, you get teleported back to the start of the room, like instantly. That would be nice. Oh, the arena unlock is... Actually, that's not that bad. Rivulet can get that pretty easily. But I might do that later, because I think I want to go through... Do I? I might just go to Farmers right now. No. I'm going to stick to my original plan. I think I'll go to Farmers to grab the pearl. Or to grab the... Echo, and then I'll come back to Farmers later. Apparently it might not be that difficult to like make a mod that like if you die, or like right before you die, it like teleports you back to a certain point. Or even it just like restarts the room. That'd be nice. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, you have to pick either black or white cicadas. It's not really a option for just cicadas, like any type. It's like the same as lizards, like you have to pick some type of lizard. I kind of want to steal from them. Could I do something like this? I don't know if that achieved what I was going for. I don't think it did. Actually, yeah. I'm not gonna worry about that. I have thought about that. If I just make every room a shelter. I don't know. I like the idea of using shelters as gates, so I can't really have. I can't really use shelters, because you need food, and then that whole system wouldn't really work. I don't know how many of you know about this. I made a mod for Mooncat that made it more difficult. I thought about making like a full-on Kaizo, but I never really got around to that. Maybe I should still do that sometime. It wasn't that interesting. It was just like I added some spikes. It was more difficult. But I was like, if you're gonna die a whole lot, I gotta speed up the death animation. So that was also part of the mod. Maybe the only mod that I've ever made actually. That actually like changed the code. But it's so easy with those kind of games. You literally can just edit the code wherever you want. It's part of the mod. It's so simple. Congrats. Such a relaxing game. Yep, my favorite game to relax to, Rain World. I mean, arena mode actually kind of works well. I know some people have tried this out. I made a few test levels in sandbox mode, where it's just a single screen, and actually it could be more than a single screen. And if you die, you just like restart, and it like takes like a few seconds. So it's really not that bad in sandbox mode. The problem is that, you know, they aren't connected. It's only a single screen at a time. I guess actually the option, what I should probably do here. Oh yeah, I love the color palette in this room. A mix of rivulets and the echo. But I think what I'll do for the region, I'll keep it relatively easy, where it's more of like, it's less of like, can you be super precise and like avoid all the obstacles and get through the screen? And it's more like, can you do the correct movement tech, right? And if you can do the movement tech, then congrats, you can get to the next screen, right? And then if I want to make really difficult like Kaizo levels, then I'll put it in sandbox mode and let you like use that restart. Because I think that's the most convenient thing. That's just part of the game naturally without any mods. It'd be amazing. Wait, is this possible? I feel like I could actually mod this in. You know how there's arena unlocks in Rain World? So you have to go to a spot, pick up the arena unlock, and then you can unlock the room to play in sandbox mode. What if that was in my region? I put in arena unlocks that unlocked more challenging versions of like rivulet movements. Can I implement that without like too much coding? Because I'd actually love to do that. And I know that Rain World is like 90% like text files, so if that's all it takes, you know. You know, I'm just gonna steal. I could replace the arenas in game and just use those unlocks and just say, hey, play on a fresh file. Seize the moment. I feel like that might work, but obviously I don't want to. That's a bit like a destructive way to mod the game. Okay, that was easy. See, if squidcadids just don't fly into space, they're way easier to deal with. What do I want to do next? There's some drainage stuff. I guess I could go to drainage now. What? Going into a Discord server to ask questions to people? I don't know if I can do that. The Rain World speedrunning server is my house, and I don't feel comfortable going anywhere else. I'm stealing you. Hello, White Lizard. I actually want to kill you. Damn hitboxes. You fool. Yeah, nice seal you have there. Had a modding channel. What is this for? Drainage unlock? It might just be the drainage unlock, actually. But I might as well go grab it now. There's no pole plants in this game. They've all been replaced. Yeah, just basically recreate the whole thing. I think the main Rain World Discord server is a little bit excessive. Damn, I almost got chieftain. It's like if you join a Discord server and you have to like play a game to figure out where you can even like type messages, I think it's gone too far. Like even in the speedrun server, like the Mist game channel, it's like kind of cool that people can talk about other games if they want to set up something, but also like half the time it's like talking about like some like league tournament or something like that. Ooh, lizard. Like, yeah, you can just mute the server, but like, what if they talk about like a game I'm actually interested in? Nice parry. Surely he drops me. Surely this blue lizard will... Okay, I only stabbed him once, I guess. Or twice. Also, like, this is the correct song that should be playing right now. Well, I don't know, it might trigger later. Someone mentioning Mooncat. Did the Overseer just, like, light up the pipe? Well, actually, I probably know where this unlock is. It's on the other side of the region. Okay, well, this is kind of a stupid idea. You know what? I really should have just done this later. But there's like a bunch of karma flowers here, so I guess I'll work on that. And I haven't even eaten any of them. Is this just Dragon Slayer? Straight up? Up here. What a popular room. So many people go to this room. No, this is the fake karma flower. For like 2 characters. This like weird. Okay, so wall pounces have some very specific timing to them that changes their trajectory, and I'm conflicted on if it should be. I should just try to avoid that in the region, because like it is like kind of skill expression if you like learn the timings, and it can like have some control over like what trajectory you get. But also it's so precise and like hard to like explain. Like if you're far away from the wall, then if you time it early, then you get a high trajectory. If you time it late, you get a low trajectory. But if you're close to the wall, then it's like, if you're too early, you get like a completely like backwards trajectory. And then a bit later than that is the high one, and then a bit later is the low one, and then a bit later is the high one again. So there's like 4 different timings that aren't really intuitive at all. I don't know what way to go. This way? Yes, this is rivulet bingo. Where are the 500 centipedes? I'm not playing a hard mode character. Do we consider rivulet a hard mode character? I feel like I usually don't. Like, yeah, the billion karma lizards really suck, but you know, most of the creatures are not that hard to deal with. And your rivulets. Is there another karma flower here? That would right. Skill issue, I know. Oh my goodness. Ringo? Ringo as in rivulet bingo? I like playing rivulets. And this is a way to play the game that isn't the same way that I've done it like a billion times. Like, what am I gonna do? Like, play the campaign? I'm almost cheap. I should not worry about this. Oh, I should worry about this. What stuff are we getting for bingo? All of this. Right now it's karma flowers, there's an arena unlock in drainage system. I don't think there's a single reason to go to garbage waste on this board. So I might just... Yeah, but I could also go through... No, I could go to garbage wastes. Actually, I don't think that would be an awful idea. The main benefit of roll pounces is that they're fast. If you want the trajectory of a charge pounce, but you want to do it instantly, then you can do a roll pounce. However, I don't think there's really any elements of timing. There's some watcher objects. The watcher adds some objects that are timing based. And they might even work if you don't have the watcher enabled. I feel like I tested this at one point, where I was able to spawn in a watcher creature without any other mods enabled, then just like remix. But I forget if I'm making that up or not. Oh, maybe I should add jump storage. I don't know, I think it's so situational when you actually want to use a jump stored slide pounce. But I guess it is a unique trajectory that I could like enforce. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Still not getting any points at all. Like that one bird from Angry Birds. What a great idea. I don't even know what you're referring to. So I think I might know what I'm doing. How uncultured. I haven't played Angry Birds, like, so long ago. Why am I here? I want to grab the... No, wait, hold on. Did I just make a blunder? Okay, there is a vulture grub. And there are eels. I think that's all I care about, really. Yeah, I'll just get those. Armor flower too. I really need to get around to adding Watcher music to the playlist. Remember I said I was gonna do that like a month ago? Or maybe 2 months ago? I don't really know how long it was, but... Yep, we're in Metropolis, in fact. I gave that guy a spear and he gave me a explosive spear. Too bad. He really took that spear from me. Oh, that's so nice. And now I can't kill this guy or this guy. And this room like really sucks. Do like anything in? Yeah, that spirit is actually really valuable. Oh, this is almost the correct song. I should have played like a few minutes ago, but... How do I get to this room without this being stolen? Well, it's just back. Okay. Just wait a little bit. Uncomfortable for some reason. That's so interesting. I wonder why that's the case. This is not the room you want to do anything in. Oh my goodness. Okay. I don't have any food at all. That maybe should have thought about that. Oh, it's fine. I have enough food. Thinking about what things to do in what order. I think I'll go this way. I should have done this first, but whatever. Cyan. The entirety of Chimney Canopy is in the chat. I do read chat. I ignore most of the messages. Sorry about that. I don't know. Do I need to respond to every single thing that is said here? I'm also playing a kind of difficult game. Damn, I'm being replaced. Honestly, fair. It's about time, really. Okay, this was a really roundabout route. Watcher bingo. Hey, I've done. Have I? Yeah, I've done a watcher bingo. Do you think I could get Nomad? I'm one region away. Okay, so I should just go to Chimney on the next cycle. Or on this cycle. Chimney for the Safari, for the Echo. And then maybe I just go for points. I kind of admire the people who are comfortable with just doing the same thing for like hundreds of days straight. Here's Snakebug. I've been looking for you. Like, yeah, I have been streaming a lot. Maybe you could count that. But I don't know, like, there's like speedrunners out there that like, all right, I'm gonna speedrun this game until I get a record or whatever, and then they stream it for like 50 days straight. GD player, yeah. This guy currently attempting a. Actually, I'm not gonna say anything. I don't need GD in this stream. Maybe that sounded a bit more hostile than I meant. GD, there's nothing wrong with GD. I hate this. This is I don't know. What do I do in industrial? Do I just run? I haven't killed a single full plant. You'd think that they would be a bit more common. Ooh, you know, you are perfect. Wait, well, I'll bring you to the gate. Did I forget to do anything important? I didn't eat any karma flowers. I probably should have gotten one, but at least there's a karma flower in Chimney. I'm here to watch Scurry. I think there's a decent amount of overlap in the Rainwood community. I don't know about this stream in particular. Now I just gotta murder you. Actually, next cycle. Hello. Oh, that's an emote. Thinking these similar vibes. I mean, that's sick. I'm happy to hear that because Scary was one of my main inspirations for streaming. It might just be because I've played Rain World a little bit too much. Just maybe. That's how I expected the picket priority to work. And then the spear. And this centipede is gonna kill me in like 3 seconds. That was actually calculated. Creature fling. Not really creature fling, but some sort of creature tech. I should learn where some stuff is in Shimmy. Oh, it's in gutter. I should have just gone to gutter. I should have gone through gutter from drainage. I guess I'll just go do that now. Don't really have any other routing opportunities. Where's all the pole plants? Dude, I need to kill one of them. Or they've just been deleted. Sure. That's fine. Yes, that's exactly what I wanted to see when I entered this area. Man, I wish there was like a huge, like, annoying lizard in this room. We can start learning Rivulet's movement. Well, I have some news for you. No, it's gonna take such a long time to finish that. Oh, I said it'd be. I should have not eaten everything. Some routing improvements could have been made. I'll hold on to this fella. Can I just make this jump as rude? Almost, actually. Favorite random music? I don't know. It's a hard question. Closer than 2 atoms. That's like one of those like bizarre Minecraft videos. I don't know if anyone's seen this, but it's like tasks, like some weird task setup where they try to jump as far as possible between 2 blocks, and it's like so precise that like if they were like a few like atoms away, like they measure the distance. And if they were a few atoms away, they would not make the jump. Like that's how precise these tasks are. Okay, so I'm just gonna go back through the gutter, I think. Maybe the same way that I came. I was gonna say, this is the industrial threat theme. Pretty close to the chimney one, but I know that starts playing now. Yeah, I'm trying to complete the whole board. I would have played very differently if I was just going for one bingo. You can really just ignore all the challenges and just rush for one of them. Or rush for one line. I've done that before. Do I want to go this way? I don't think so, actually. I don't think I do. I kind of like muscle memory the rivulet speedrun route, but this geometry sucks, by the way. Remember, players always be blaming the geometry. Do I go for the planks? That was actually so perfect. And I can do another plank in this room. That's even more perfect. Just kidding. I didn't grab the right pole. That was decent enough. I actually routed out a path through these rooms, so I know those planks. Pretty fun planks to do. They might be the easiest planks in the game. Oh, I don't know. The shoreline is pretty easy planks to do. Took my speed. This game is so broken positive. Oh, it's also so broken negative. Will there be a pulp plants, please? Okay, they don't exist. They're extinct. Please get out of the way. Hi. No. What? Do you see what happened there? Please save me, please save me, please save me. Please use any of your brain cells, or scissor. Another one was borrowing the brain cells at that moment. And I have to go all the way back through the gutter. And I don't think the karma flower is going to respawn. Well, it's fine. We're going to see like tons of karma flowers later. Anyways. Come on. I am aware of that pool plants now that you remind me. Nope. This is kind of an awkward jump to make. You can't hold a direction and like up to go into the pipe at the same time. First try. I guess that worked. Why am I so bad at those? That particular flavor of wall pounce. It's like not even that hard. You just have to throw and jump at the same time. Like the pole is so close to the ceiling, you don't grab it before you hit your head. Oh yeah, well I guess that works too. There's probably some setup that I've forgotten that makes that more consistent. I mean, this route never ended up being faster anyway, so it's kind of pointless. Shot us this face in the background. You know, another idea that I had that I was just reminded of. I wonder if I can mod in my own graffiti, and then put that in the background as like tutorial messages. Like draw a little like illustration of like Rivulet doing movement tech, and just make that graffiti in the background to teach you. Can you like move? Thank you. I don't know how possible that is. Yeah, the karma flower is gone. That's just too bad. Guys here, that's just too bad. See, why are you guys even in Chimney? You can't even, like, navigate these rooms. Me trying to like grab the pole, possible? Is this possible? Okay, I feel like it's not. Hi. You know, I could vulture cheese. That's usually a pretty good way to get points. What does vulture cheese taste like? It's a great question. Maybe ask Lightning. Okay. I think I go to the wall after this, after I cheese. It's really not that many points. How are the fish in the subtropics doing? Will this affect the trout population? I love those videos that are like the entire Earth being. I'm too slow. I was so slow on that reaction time. It's actually like kind of like. I really just let two vultures fall to their death, even though I was like sitting there prepared for it. Oh well, that's still a decent amount of points, I guess. Can we connect 6x6 board? Can you like make it normal? The point with this board that I made is to make it a bunch of easy challenges, so that I wouldn't mind like traversing the whole world for it. What's normal? You know what's... I feel like there's gonna be like whiplash during the tournaments where like it's gonna be like normal bingo board, and it's gonna be like a ferret board, and like it's gonna catch everyone off guard just seeing it. There might be another vulture. I guess it's worth checking. Well, that's convenient. That actually might be enough points. Yeah. I guess there's 5 vultures for Riv. Right, I need to grab the echo as well. Do I do that now? Because it would save the progress on the challenge, yeah? I would lose the vulture mask. That's I kind of like the vulture mask for going up the wall, so I'll get it on the way back. I could passage back. Realistically, I could passage from the wall to chimney and then get the echo and then leave. Okay, actually, honestly, Ferret, your bingo boards are totally fine. It's like totally fine to be creative. I think they're a little bit like too... I feel like there's like it's like spectrum, right? So like on one side of the spectrum, I want the cursor on screen. On one side of the spectrum you have complete randomness. And on the other side you have like a puzzle, like a fully designed like puzzle board with like specific like routes through the map considered to like create bingos and such, right? And right around here, kind of closer to the random side, I think is where my ideal bingo board is, where it's like it's pretty random, but doesn't have any like the awful boards that are just like not fun to play on, because it's just like there's some really horrible challenges that just randomly created themselves. So like you edit the board a little bit to move it a little bit further closer to this side, and then you just leave it there. So it's like it looks random, but there's just like no awful challenges, and there's some easy ones that they're thrown in there as well. Also like easy bingo lines getting cut out that might make the game too short. On this side, I think it's kind of weird. It's hard to explain why I have a problem with it. I think the randomness of boards is a big part of what makes the bingo interesting. Where it is like you try to get an advantage over the other team by planning out your route well, and the random boards always make for an interesting route. You know, it's always different every time. You know. And if it's planned out, then I feel like a lot of the board creators like biases kind of come into play. Like, what if you like going through shaded more than garbage, and you're like, well, I'm not going to include any garbage goals because I don't want to go through garbage, so let's throw in some shaded goals. Or what if I don't want to go down the leg? Let's just not include any leg or like memory crypts goals, or like I don't know, just like whatever you feel like natural paths through the world are, you might include those subconsciously as part of the board's routes, and then it won't lead to interesting situations where a player might actually seriously consider some of those weirder routes just because of the nature of the random board. Feel scripted? Yeah, kind of. Also, I do think some boards just go a little bit too far in feeling like completely based on a gimmick. If like the entire board is dominated by a single color, I think that's like gone too far. You know, you can make an artificer board where there's some challenges based on blowing things up with bombs because artificer has easier access to bombs. That's cool. But like making the entire board just like all blow things up, that's like too homogenous, if that makes sense. They tend to be too similar to each other. Yeah, I mean, sometimes there's a lot of like goals that are like the same. Like, there's always a popcorn goal. There's always a caramel flower goal. There's always like a pearl goal. There's always a trade between merchants goals. So if you want to like give a board a unique flavor, like there's more arena unlocks on this board. There's more pearl collection on this board. There's more combat on this board. Like, that's cool. Like an overall theme like that. But I think making it like still random and including some of those generic goals on the side can like keep the strategy interesting still. What the hell was that flavor of wall pounce? Whole plant kills. You're correct. Drop my mask. Surely that won't be relevant. Honestly, I think an option to like keep all the challenges the same but randomize the position of them, that would be a good feature for bingo, for like just creating boards. And then you can like add in all the like unique like theme challenges that you want, and then just randomize the board, or just like shuffle the board. It's maybe a better way to say that. Or just like having like an easier way to like move challenges around without just like completely like replacing. Because if you want to keep a challenge on the board but move it to a position, you have to recreate like both challenges. It's just a bit tedious. What I usually do is I create a random board, and then all the challenges that I don't like, I replace with challenges based on the theme that I'm going for. Did I? Right, I want pearl here. This is Trip Trap. Yep. Where's everyone going? Bingo? That is so funny to me. I love when the chat gets spammed with where's everyone going? Bingo. Also, I don't know if I'm like totally making this up. I feel like the like more, okay, well, this is a 6x6, so it doesn't have a center tile, but like on a 5x5, people consider the center tile the most valuable because it connects to the most bingos. I feel like that's kind of it doesn't really work like that. Maybe I'm making this up. Like, I feel like all of the tiles, all of like the diagonals and the center tile tend to get mixed up a lot by multiple teams, right? So they all end up blocking each other, and then you're just left with, well, you're left with like the ones on the edge of the screen that are like supposedly less valuable. Those are always the ones that end up deciding the game. And maybe it's like, oh, there's like more like incentive to go for the valuable tiles, hence both teams compete for them and tend to block each other off. Also, I feel like there's a lot of situations where it's like the center tile is so valuable, it's made a difficult challenge, but it's made so difficult that no one wants to do it. It's also not bad. And then, like, when the players are planning out the game, they're like, well, that center tile is maybe valuable, but it's so annoying. I'm just gonna go for like this bingo on the edge of the board. without the really difficult challenge. Oh right, wall pounces. That sucks. I don't know why I did that. I never do that, ever. Set a tower. Killed 3 aquapeats. Yeah. And in the time that it takes to complete like 1 really difficult challenge, the other team might complete like 3 easy challenges. And I feel like that's just always better. It blocks off more bingos. It makes more progress towards majority win. I think that's all left. All that's left in Hey, all that's left. That's the name of the song that's playing right now. That's everything in exterior. That's another thing with more curated boards, where it's like, if you try to add in a lot of difficult challenges, people are still just going to look for the path of least resistance, right? Oh, this stupid, awful tentacle. Like, oh wow, look at all these interesting, challenging challenges. Let's just go for the really easy one instead. I should really practice going backwards through Underhang as Riv. It's like actually like significantly more challenging because of the Watcher update. Do you give riddles to people who try to cross your bridge? Culture is so funny. That is such a weird thing to say, but it's like so normal because that's like a trope. You know? I'm gonna drop this guy because I don't want... Wait, hold on. Do you see what happened there? Do you see what happened there? Wait. Wait. Hold on, I'm just gonna watch it back. I can't tell what really happened there. It looked like the graph worm tried to pull me out of the gates, but it was still going to close. Like the light didn't turn off until I started moving, but I was like on the other side of the gate. So could you get the gate to close while like the graph worm pulls you back? Ah, the popcorn is gone. Right, I ate that. You want to eat the food and it goes away? You're made of food. No, it's like, never mind. I just like passed away like 20 bat flies into like who knows where. It's got agile. Also, I think I ran out of karma for the echo. Okay, I'll get him this cycle. Oh yeah, Precipice. Precipice is so weird. It's just a dead end for most characters. It'd be kind of neat if there was actually a way to get to Shoreline through Underhang. I think I just get the echo now. Precipice crashed your game the first time you went there. Oh, up throws. I kind of like the idea of up throws being like movement tech because they let you gain heights more. So like, if you put a platform, like 8 tiles, I think, in the air, with no walls around it, the only way to get to that platform is to do a backflip. Oh right, like jank movements. But if you do an up throw, you can like extend that height. So there's like a platform that's so high, the only way to get to it is with a upwards throw boost backflip. There's probably a better way to say that. So, what challenges do we have left? Pretty much just Sky Islands, Farm Raise, Subterranean, and Submerged. So, I mean, I think the route is going pretty well. So, in Sky Islands, I gotta get the Echo. There's some Karma Flowers. I think that's it. I'll just go to Farm Raise afterwards. What happened to that guy? He freaked out so much he just fell to the ground. You ever see lizards like dash dance for like 10 seconds and then they like fling themselves really fast in some direction? I could also go to Pipe Yard. I might go to Pipe Yard after... So I literally only need to enter Pipe Yard. I could do everything else on the board and then just like passage somewhere and then go to Pipe Yard as the final goal. I might do that. Anyway, what am I doing? Hang out with this centipede apparently. I think I actually only care about the Echo. So let's just go there. Ooh, hold on. Opportunity. No, my spear. No, my... Ah, damn. I tried to Preacher Fling, but it didn't work. Zoop this. He actually just fell through the floor. Sorry for your loss. That's not the right thing to say there. I don't know, sir. That's just too bad. How many more? Oh my gosh. He just fell to his death too. How many more Earthers are there in this region? When I do Monk Bingo? I don't like to do Monk Bingo because it's too easy. And it's basically just Survivor. I'd rather just do Survivor, honestly. I do enjoy playing as Monk. But it's like, it's basically just like going from gold to, I mean, it's kind of the same as Rivulets really, but minus the movement tech. We're basically just going from gold to gold because there's not really any danger of dying. I have to pull there. Yeah, this has to work. This has to work. This has to work someday. There we go. Oh, that guy is stuck. Actually, hold on. Look, there's a wall between us. He can't get me. I watched this video recently that I thought was interesting, talking about how do you call this? Minecraft society simulations. It's where large creators gather a bunch of people into one server and then say, hey, create like civilization. And the funny thing is that it usually doesn't work, which is mainly what that video was talking about. Mostly, I think the biggest reason was it's really easy to be self-sufficient in Minecraft. Any individual player can find their own food, find their own like iron and diamonds for tools and such. They can find their it's really easy to like make housing. Like you can build your you can build a box around yourself, or even just like tank like the monsters at night because they're not really that hard to deal with, right? So there's not really any reason to build housing. There's not really any reason to like build farms large enough to like. Because like the big idea for these like civilization or not like society projects, I guess, is that like you want everyone to like be working together. Like you have some farmers, you have some like miners, like you have people like have different jobs basically, and then maybe even like different groups that like trade between each other. But like, what's the point? What's the point of all of that when it's so easy for one person to just get everything that they need? And if you can get all of your resources by yourselves, what's stopping you from killing other people? you just like go crazy. Like you have like all the tools and like food and like everything necessary, and you just like go on a rampage. And like what's stopping you, you know? So a lot of these like society simulations, they have to like impose a lot of rules to make things work out. That kind of basically just end up saying, hey guys, like follow the script, you know? Like do like some people have to build farms, some people have to build like housing, like you have to like do all this stuff. You basically have to force people to like follow that kind of script in order to like get the results that you're looking for. It also made me think about Terraria and some large servers that I've seen in Terraria. And I think it's actually kind of interesting. It's also really easy to be self-sufficient in Terraria. You don't need food. You can build a box around yourself to like stay safe from monsters. But you also want to make progress, right? It's a very like progress-based game. In Vintage Story, someone also mentioned Vintage Story. Yeah, that game I think might work a lot better because it's actually really hard to survive. And like everything is more difficult to do compared to Minecraft. I did not mean to fall there. But yeah, in Terraria, it's actually like the resources are kind of limited. Oh, I have to drop the mask. Just like I'll come back for it, I guess. Like life crystals, there's like only so many life crystals scattered across the map. And if you want health, I mean the world is pretty big, so you can just keep exploring. But if you have a lot of players, it's gonna be hard to get everyone to max life. So if you go fishing, fishing is like one of the few ways to get unlimited resources. Basically, you can fish as much as you want. And so some people can become fishers and basically like provide these like limited items to people, or it's like just takes a lot more effort to like get everyone fully equipped because of the limited like amount of stuff in the world overall. All these noodle flies, they don't know what happened. Actually, I don't think I need these. What is the plan here? I should probably check where these unlocks are. I know where that unlock is. I might know where the vistas are. Actually, I think there's a route. There's a fairly interesting route that I can take here that also requires a pearl. So I'm gonna go grab the pearl before I forget for the like 15th time. More game about boss fighting, yeah. It's like Terraria is a lot about like get yourself as well equipped as possible and then fight a boss and then continue to the next stage of progression and repeat the process. Minecraft is like you give yourself a set of like an iron armor and tools and you're like 50% of the way through the whole game, really. I think those kind of games are always so interesting to like have a ton of players in a single server. Well, I guess I'm eating them. Fresh noodles. Oh. Just killed that guy for no reason. Why do you go in there? I wish Rainworld Meadow was more stable. Oh, this room is laggy. It'd be so cool to play Rainworld, but like other players who just kind of show up every once in a while. Like you're all just on like one huge, like you're all just like sharing the same world really. But that's just like such a hard thing to think of. Hello, any scavengers want to take my payments? Rainbow Society video? Yeah, it just doesn't really work with the current state of multiplayer. And plus, like, what do you even do, you know? It's like, oh, like, wake up, get food, shelter. Like, that's kind of all you do in Rainworld. If you aren't, like, trying to make progress towards beating the game. I feel like, I always think the Vista Point is up there for some reason. But it's like right here on the main path. Yeah, it's just chilling there. I could have just taken the path that I normally take through this room and I would have picked it up. Yeah, after the Ancients came to Slugcats. I actually don't think the Slugcats are the ones to like be the next society. It's probably the Scavengers. I guess yeah, I think that's mostly what people agree on anyways. And if there are Slugcats, they're somewhere else in the world. Being a podcaster? No. I think there are already enough podcasts in the world. Wow, that was so perfect. Here's this arena unlock. That was like a cartoon. Like that pool of water was a trampoline that I just bounced on. Like save my fall. Deer was slightly impressed. There's a pole plant there. You guys know there's a pole plant there? That's also a pole plant. The ceiling is full of pole plants. These are spitter spiders. Did you guys notice that? Do you guys know that spitter spiders are a lot more dangerous than regular spiders? How do I get this? Oh, I guess that works. I mean, if the live stream is successful as a type of podcast already, then I don't think it's necessary to do that. I guess that's kind of the point of the live streams anyway. Like, I've already played Rainworld enough. I don't know if anyone is like, oh boy, I can't wait to watch more Rainworld gameplay. It's always the most exciting part of my day. Like, you guys have seen Rivulet Bingo like 20 times. Yep, I think I'm going to sub next. The entire time I've been talking, I've also been playing a game. Imagine how that's so like min-maxing for no reason. Like, imagine recording a podcast and a gameplay video at the same time, but they're separate. It's not just one thing. You're gonna like isolate the audio from you speaking and put that as the podcast, and then isolate the video of you playing the game and put that in like an edited video or whatever you're doing. And then you make a second channel where you just post the unedited process of you playing the game and talking at the same time. 3 times the content for 1 times the effort. Hello. It's Goat Simulator time. Is it? I saw some Goat Simulator DLC on the Steam store page today. I think I might... The only thing I'm doing here is getting sub. Did I need the echo? No. Get the Pearl infiltration system and then go to... Yeah, the rest of the goals are in submerged. Could be a hustle. I don't know, it kind of bothers me in a kind of irrational way that like every creator has to be on like every single platform. Like, you can't just be a YouTuber who makes YouTube videos. You also, well, I guess it's not necessary for anyone, but like what you happen to see a lot of people do is maybe they make YouTube videos and then maybe they live stream and then maybe they also like write a book or maybe they do a podcast or maybe they, you know, like everyone's always doing so much. What happened there? Why is that spider standing there like a man? What's wrong with that? Why can't the spider just be what it wants to be, you know? Spider-Man? But it looks a biped. So true. Oh, I threw a spear at that guy out of fear, but honestly I think that kind of put me in more danger. If I just let him go, I would have been chilling. You can totally plank in this room, but I'm not going to do it. Well, I kind of want to do it. I guess that worked out. It was kind of slow, though. Behold a man. Is a slug cat a man? By that definition? I guess so. Oh, if that worked. That worked. That would have been amazing. This, however, is a situation. The centipede situation is crazy. I'm dead. Ow. You beat a slug cat in a fight? They have really strong throwing arms. I don't know if I've ever thrown a spear in my life. I mean, I assume we wouldn't be like it wouldn't be a spear fight, but they would probably have a spear. Like, how would a slug cat fight you without a spear? Weaponless? Yes. They also might be like the size of a rat, so it'd probably be like not that bad even if they had a spear. The scale really is relevant to this question. We both had one rock. I don't know, rocks seem to do nothing. Like, you have to, like, it takes 100 rocks to match the damage of a spear, right? So slug cats are either, like, 2 feet tall. What's that, centimeters? 60 centimeters? Or they're like rat size. Like they could fit in your hand, you know? I guess it also depends, like, if we're assuming that the ancients are like human sized. I really like to imagine that slug cats are just tiny. I feel like the whole world makes a lot more sense. Like, why would all these critters be like so huge? You know, considering that there's also I'm just dead. Like reindeer exist. Well, I guess that kind of would make sense. That creatures like reindeer would be like the same size as like actual like megafauna. Is that the right word? Yeah. Ooh, karma is almost a problem. It is kind of funny though that without any weapons, slug cats are just useless. Like, I really just missed that. Okay, I actually need to get karma now. Like, most animals have, like, claws or teeth or, like, some sort of defense. But slug cats are just like, nah, we'll just use these sticks lying around, and if we don't have them, then that's just too bad. Maybe they didn't want the slug cats scratching up the inside of pipes, if that even would cause any damage. So they're like, well, we have no forms of protecting ourselves. I guess we'll just use these convenient sticks. Yes, artificer. Artificers is kind of a unusual specimen, so I don't think they're representative of the average slug cat. Okay, let's try to not make a horrible mistake. I think I'm gonna take a different route through filtration. That might be a little bit safer. Yeah, it should be good. It would be so funny. Would it be funny? It'd be very interesting to see a group of scientists studying alien life, trying to like categorize them the same way that we like you know, through like common ancestors and like genetics and stuff. Except they're all like artificial what's the word for this? They're all like engineered life basically. And so there's like no like correlation between any of the creatures at all. And the scientists would just be completely stumped. Like, yeah, like they randomly share like huge chunks of DNA with each other, but also they're like completely unique in like 1,000 different ways. Bioengineering, yeah. Eaten by the swamp monster. Something unfortunate almost happened in this room. One may call it an unfortunate development. There's probably some way to do that. I think I want to go up here. Oh, I don't want to go up here. He just fell through the floor. See, if it's like I could throw a spear that makes me fall through the floor, I would really be a lot more worried about them. There's more centipedes. That's a centipede grabbing me right now. Like, I'll take this path and I won't deal with as many centipedes. If only. Okay. I know it's a little bit hard to see what's going on, but here's the pearl that I'm trying to get. I guess I'll just continue this way. And just hope that this guy is the problem. Oh my goodness. Now this guy's a problem. Wow. That's a mold lizard. He's dead. I wonder why. What may have caused that to happen? I think I just sheltered too. I don't want to go through that again. Yeah, if you cut open Gourmand, just like the universe just crashes. It's just too much information. Like a zip bomb. Yeah, where's the millipedes? We have so many centipedes. Where's the millipedes? They're way more chill too. Versus one scavenger, but the scavenger has like max stats. We need more funny little creatures that just don't want to kill you in this game. Damn, he jumped. He did a vault. So it's just submerge superstructure now. I think I still have my passage to use. Get out of the way, please. I actually probably don't need this ultra mask at all. It's just taking up space now. Well, Gormon can eat infinite food because they can always convert their food into stuff. Please. I don't know, real centipedes can be pretty crazy, so they probably do pretty well. Depends on the kind of centipede too. I think the problem would be that the random centipede only can grab onto one at a time. Not really, they don't really have any, they can't deal with groups. I guess this is the right way, I don't really know. I was gonna take that bottom path, but there was a guy in the way. It's the centipede in question. Yeah, that was counterproductive. Training an army of centipedes. Okay, so there's another centipede, another aquapede that might actually kill me. I might actually try to do everything in this one cycle. Yeah, it's a long cycle. I could probably get all the goals done. Well, all the submerged goals. I'd have to take another cycle to get to pipe yarn. Not the return of the glob of acrylic paint. I think we saw your question the first time and just chose not to engage. I think it's a little bit scary to have really tiny pets. I feel like you'd be worried about like crushing them accidentally. Like there's a bunch of videos of people with like tiny little like ducks or some other like small critter like that, chasing them around. And like if you like step in the wrong direction, they're just gone. And I'm sure they're all being very careful. I don't know. Just like a little bit worried about that possibility. There's always a bigger fish. It's not okay, it's not the only thing I think about, but it is a concern that I have occasionally. It's not like I want it to happen. Here's the aquapede unlock, by the way. In case you want that. No. Please don't. Yeah, that's why the aquapede unlock is in that location. There tends to be aquapedes. Oh, that guy's causing an earthquake. Like, actually, they were that Leviathan. Oh, wait. Yeah, I need to go back. Whoops. Wait, is it this room? Actually, I might have gone too far already. I feel like aquapedes are like inefficient. Hello. Thank you, OBS. Always so reliable. That was on my side. My internet just does that sometimes. Wait, I want to go this way. Actually need to conserve my breath a little bit. chill. We're chill. Very effective underwater. Yeah, they're. I mean, there exist like electric eels. Yeah. So I guess it kind of makes sense. Red centipedes can do the same thing. I think like the one in drainage system will sometimes do that. Fuck things underwater and just kill everything. Wrong spelling? Oh. That's a picture of an apple. I see. Maybe I spelled the image wrong. There we go. Went all the way over here just to get that unlocked. Only nerds think about that. Ouch. That was pretty clean, I will say. And that kind of synced up with the music in a weird way. Okay, we're almost done. Just one last challenge. Actually, one of the few times I'm actually successful in completing the whole board. Usually there's like a handful of really annoying challenges that I just skip. Saw the intro cutscene. It was all a dream. I think I'd go to industrial. Don't really know where the best connection to Pipe Road is, but I will take this one. You ever play those games where like the title card shows up like 5 hours in? Maybe that's a bit extreme. Like a few hours in. I say that, but I can't actually think of an example of that happening. Have I slept in any shelter in industrial at all? This one. Any day now. Thank you. Oh, I think I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show the mod that I've made. Mod in like 20 quotation marks because it's not much. But it kind of gets the idea across, I guess. Oh yeah, anyone who may have joined the stream recently. Oh my goodness. Why are there more centipedes? I'm actually live. I'm making a region. Well, I don't know. I always feel like I'm lying when I say I'm doing stuff because I never finish it. Like every game that I've ever talked about making is not in a playable state. This is the wrong way. Anyway, this region is like a movement focused region. That's where I'm kind of just taking rivulet's movements and converting it into a platformer. Like that movement that I just did, that's gonna be in this region because it's really sick. And the fact that you can do things like that is like part of why I really love rivulets and their movements. So I'm basically just making a region that just like teaches movement mechanics like that and integrates it into a full like challenge, you know. Isn't it nice that there's two pipes there, so that if there's a creature in one pipe, you can take the other pipe and be safe? What a crazy idea. It's more linear. There's branching paths occasionally, but it's mostly just like, it's like Celeste. You know, Celeste is my reference. Why does this room look so low? Hello? Is this room always like this? Why does it look like it's shifted down? I guess that's just how the room is. I think an idea that I just got this stream that I think would be really, really interesting if it's possible is to put my own arena unlocks in that region that unlock like smaller, like single screen challenges that you can play in sandbox mode. It'd be really, really cool if I could get that to work. The way that you collect like B-sides in Celeste, you know, you go out of your way for an optional challenge, and then it unlocks like a harder level. I'd really like to do that. But I don't know how to mod in custom arena unlocks, but we'll see. Anyway, that's the whole board done. It's gonna take like a minute to do this. Yippee. "24 seconds. Oh, congrats on counting. Let's enable Rip the Trials. And wait, actually, I need to enable more mods. This will take some time. It really needs to go through every single region. Just for me to like go back and turn on another mod so it has to restart. Oh, my computer is like an oven right now. I guess I'll turn off these mods and then I'll enable war menu. That's all I need. Alright, so we're gonna go to rivulets. Oh, I'm already there. I'm gonna reset. Under the bridge. So I don't really know how to set up this part yet. I'll probably work on that pretty soon. But ideally, somewhere around this room, I would put the entrance to the region. Maybe like right here. This would be a good spot for it. Maybe like, I don't know, somewhere in this room. But you get the idea. There's not many rooms yet, and they don't, they look a lot kind of underwhelming compared to like drainage system. But this is kind of the rough structure of this region, I think. There's gonna be this path, which is a shelter. If you try to go through this, I can't, because I don't have enough food. So there's no other way for me to get to the other side. If I try to take this path, this, it looks like it belongs in base game. This path is blocked off. There's a force food basically that pushes you back, so you can't go through there. So your only option is to take this path. And here there'd be some sort of like movement challenge. This would probably go on for a few rooms. Right here, it's like you can cross this in a bunch of different ways. You can do wall bounces. Maybe even normal wall jumps will work. Yeah, like there's some sort of movement challenge or some sort of like tutorial that brings you through through like the movement that you need to do. And eventually, you get to the end and there's food. Probably change this food to be something easier to eat. But the idea is that you'd get you after kind of a decent amount of rooms of platforming. And then this will be your little shortcut back. That lets you take this one-way path. Whoop. And then you can go to the shelter. Now the problem is that I think shelters are kind of specific in the way they work. As you can see, the right side works, but not the left side, even though there is a mechanism here. Maybe I'll figure out a way to get that to work. I don't know if it's too important. But then you wake up on this side of the shelter. And there's nothing over here yet. But you can kind of see the way that the structure would work. And I can even have, like let's say in this room, instead of just the one pipe, there could be like a few pipes. Like you go here to learn about this movement tech, and you get like 2 fruit at the end, and then this path. Each path will give you 2 fruit, and in total you have 6 fruit, which is enough to go through the shelter, you know? And maybe even, I don't have Deadpool on. Maybe on some of these paths, there could be a little offshoot. So maybe there could be another pipe here. Like, yeah, I could grab the fruit and go back, or I could go here. And then there'd be like a more challenging room, or maybe like one of those unlocks. So yeah, that's kind of how this region is going to work. Also, I think it's going to look like this. I don't really want to concern myself over like decoration and trying to make it look good. I think I'm really just going to focus on the movement stuff. So it's probably going to look something like this. I might mess around a bit with like tiling, but like I don't really want to like stress too much about the appearance. And just try to like make rooms and like actually make progress on it. So yeah, that's the progress so far. I said I was gonna stream the process of creating these rooms. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. There's a few problems. Like how I'm gonna be working on with a bunch of different windows. You know, I'll have like the level editor and then like the like room, like the files for the mod, and then I'll open the game. Like I'll be closing and opening the game constantly. I don't know. Maybe if I can figure out a way to do that, I'll do a stream like that. But I think that would be it for today. Thanks everyone for watching. See ya.